Okay, we're back with a delayed video because I recorded this yesterday and I think I could do a better job. So here I am today, the next day. It's not a Saturday video now it's a Sunday video. Oh yeah. I don't have much time to record, so I gotta try to make this one quick. But today's topic is I'm gonna tell you to stop lying to yourself. Now you're probably thinking, what the heck does that even mean? Well, let me give you a rundown. How many times a day, you don't even need to be a Christian, because in case you don't know, my name's Moosey. I make Christian videos. I have a Bible study that I do daily. And, obviously maybe you already know that. I make videos for my group on Discord. That's what this is. But I feel like this video is really broad and can hit any audience. So, this can apply to anybody, right? So how many times you wake up, right? And you say, oh, I'm such a loser. No one likes me. What is this? Or, I'm depressed. I'm lonely. I'm hopeless. I mean, where are we getting this from? Let me run this through. You're probably thinking, well, what the heck? I've said that before. I mean, personally, me here, I have said it many times. I've said a lot worse, too, about myself. But the thing is, you're probably thinking, oh, I say that all the time. What's the big deal? Why does this matter? Well, it matters because you make it your identity the more you say it. You know what I'm saying? When you walk around and you announce, I'm depressed, I'm sad, I'm this, I'm that you have those feelings, but you're not depressed. You're just feeling depression, right? You're not sad, you're feeling sad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see the difference? One makes it an identity, the other one is just a feeling. Like, hey, I'm feeling like this today, I'm struggling. I feel like a little depressed. I feel kind of like I'm having depression. I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling these feelings. That's one thing. But saying I'm depressed, I'm sad, I am this. No, you're not. Now you're probably thinking, well, who cares? What's the difference? Well, the difference is the more you say it, it weighs you down more because you make it the truth to yourself. You make yourself believe that it's true, and then you embody whatever you're saying. Now you're probably thinking, oh, yeah, okay, that doesn't make any sense. Well, it does. We've all been there. The more you weigh down yourself with false truth, the more negative feelings you're going to feel. And it's like an exponential function. It's going to keep getting worse over time, right? It increases. I mean, this even works if you're a Christian. I mean, how many Christians have said, oh, I'm not saved. Oh, I sinned today, so I'm not saved. What? Who are you to decide that? Are you saying that what Christ did on the cross isn't enough? And that because of one sin you did today that, oh, I lusted this morning, now I'm not saved. So you lusted that morning, but when you swear and you swore with your friends and you stuck your middle finger out the window in the car, that's fine. No worries about that. Oh, Christ covered that sin, that's fine. But the lust this morning, oh. You see what I'm saying? So we make an identity issue where, oh, I'm not saved. Oh, I'm not saved. I won't make it. Like, what the heck? You should say, no, Lord, I feel these feelings, and I know that they're not real. I know that they're not my feelings. They're not feelings that come from me, because they certainly don't come from God, so they must come from the devil. Right? So, let's knock out some truths, because obviously we can do this in the other direction and you could become prideful. You could say, I'm the best. No, you're not. I'm the fastest at this. No, you're not. I'm the smartest at this. No, you're not. I am the most skilled at this. No, you're not. Don't say it. It's not true. Likewise, I'm a loser. No, you're not. Not true. I'm depressed. No, you're not. Not true. You don't know what true depression feels like. I can only imagine that would be felt in like hell or something. You don't know what that really feels like. Oh, I'm lonely. I'm so lonely. Lonely. Say it with a feeling. Lord, I feel lonely. I feel lonely. Don't make it an identity. Because the more you do that, the more you're going to push yourself away from society. because you're making it an identity. That's the problem. Here's another one that I deal with people around me. Well, they're coworkers or whatever. This one's a little bit of wishy-washy, but the one where everyone says, I'm old, and I can't. Like, can we just stop for a second? If you're in like your 40s or 50s, can you stop announcing to everybody around you that you're old? It's not true. Yeah, are you saying, like, you young man, how can you say I'm old? Well, hold on. Why would you be saying that you're old? The only reason you would announce that in any rational scenario is to get yourself out of something. Say, oh, I can't lift that. I'm old. I can't do that anymore. How many, we all heard that. I can't do that anymore. I'm old. Oh, I can't ride that bicycle anymore. I'm old. And it's like, bro, you're 55. So unless you're like physically not able to do something, why do you say these things to yourself? Because I know people that are, of older age, like 60s or 70s, but they're in really good shape and they can do one thing, but they won't do another thing because they're old. And it's like there's one thing, but here's the thing. I understand it. Physically, yes, you're of age. I get that. I totally understand. But the difference is you ruin your potential when you mask yourself under this like excuse of I can't because I'm old. I won't because I'm old. No, what do you think God would say? What do you think God wants you to do? God would say, no, I don't care if you're 60 something. You can still do this for me. I want you to talk to this person. I want you to do this. I want you to go to this place and do that and talk to this person, whatever, right? What are we going to tell God? Oh, sorry, God, I'm old. I can't do it anymore. No, he's going to say, no, you're not. You still can because I believe in you, People say that to, I mean, I know people that are literally in their 40s and say that they're old and they're not able to do certain things. You got to be kidding me. Caleb was like 80 in the Bible and was still going to war and was still physically in shape and fit. You don't even believe me. Go online. There's 80 and 90-year-olds still going to gyms. There is 80 and 90-year-olds still riding bikes and still being fit and active. Right? So what's your excuse if you have nothing else going on? What's your excuse at whatever age you are that you won't want to push yourself to your limits and go beyond what's comfortable and start expanding your horizon? Instead of saying, I'm old, I can't do that anymore. I'm tired. I'm not able. Like, can we get out of that, like, bubble? And can we, like, get out and say, no, despite me being old, despite me being of age, I'm still going to do this. I'm still going to serve God. I'm still going to do X, Y, and Z, right? So that's the I'm old. Let's get that out of the way. You should say, even if I'm old, I will still do this. Have faith, right? That's that. Back to the other ones where it's like, I'm depressed. No, you're not. You don't know what true depression feels like. Start saying, I feel kind of depressed, but I don't know what I should do about it. You need to tackle it like third person. Us humans, we have feelings, okay? We all have emotion, we have feelings, okay? We have happiness, sadness, you know the emotions, you know the feelings, right? When we let those feelings run our life, then who is our God? Is it ourselves or is it actually God? Because when you run your own life, you can see what happens, right? You know, many people say, oh, I don't need God, I don't need God, I don't need Jesus. And it's like, oh, so you know it all? You know everything? Is that why you've been depressed for X amount of time? Right? I mean, I was depressed my entire life, literally. I would announce it, would say it. I was sad, I felt all those emotions until I started following Christ and I was able to let those things go. Because you need to understand that the feelings are not the truth. Feelings are not facts. So you need to, you have feelings, but you need to identify those feelings. Say, okay, I feel sad, I feel lonely, I feel these things, but what can I do about it? Instead of just making it yourself, right? We just announce it to ourselves and we tell, oh, I can't today, I'm depressed, I'm tired, I'm sad, I'm this. No, stop letting your feelings run your life. Learn to control yourself and say, you know what, I'm a little sad today, but I will push myself and I will do it anyways. And notice oftentimes when people do that, those emotions will go away. Right? Let's say you're on the phone with your friend. Yeah, hey Billy, yeah, I don't mind playing basketball today, but man, I'm just feeling kind of sad. I don't want to go. Yeah, I'm depressed. You know, what can I say? Yeah, I can't go today. My bad. And then Billy just sits home all day and he's depressed. What's going to change for him? Nothing. He's just going to sit there in his room and, feel his feelings all day. But if Billy were to say on the opposite side and say, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I mean, hey, just to let you know, I'm not feeling too well. I'm been kind of down lately. But you know what? I'll still play basketball. He plays basketball, has the time of his life. He goes from frowning to smiling. He's laughing, having fun with his friends. They're playing basketball. He comes home. Is he depressed anymore? No, he doesn't feel it anymore. But if someone were to ask him, he would still announce it. Yeah, I'm depressed. No, you weren't depressed 2 minutes ago. See? See the difference? You were feeling that, then you were feeling happiness, and now someone had to remind you, oh yeah, hey, how are you doing? I heard something. You should say, yeah, I was just feeling kind of down earlier. I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm going to get through this. That would be like the actual way to combat that rather than saying, oh yeah, I'm depressed. Like it's just like a flick of a switch. You go right back to a default because we make it our identity. We tell everyone I'm depressed, I'm this, I'm that. And then you make it everything about you has to be that one feeling, that one emotion. It's got to be one tiny little thing, and it's got to be your entire identity. Right? That's what we do. I'm a loser. I'm a loser. I'm a loser. I'm a loser. And then it's like, then you're going to act like a loser. Keep saying it, and you're going to be a loser. Keep saying you're depressed, and you're going to be depressed. It's not going to get you out of those situations. Right? I'm old, I'm tired. Well, keep saying that you're old and keep saying that you're tired. And guess what? You'll never have energy and you'll never feel young again, right? You'll never be able to do anything because you keep diminishing yourself to a low point that is just with no potential and with no hope or with no will of doing anything. So let's break these barriers. Now you're probably thinking, Moosey, where do you get the truth from? How can I know that you're correct and I'm wrong? The Bible. The Bible is correct. Why? Because the Bible has the perfect balance of the truth that our feelings, it's like a cross. You feel good, this will be like pride, and then down here you feel depressed. But the Bible is the truth. The truth is dead center. Now you're probably thinking, what does that mean with that like plus sign? Like I said, it's like a graph, right? If you're feeling, I'm the best, I'm the smartest, well, now you're up here. The Bible is going to humble you and say, no, you're not. And you're going to go back to that middle line. If you're down here and you're saying, I'm depressed, I'm sad, I hate myself, the Bible will say, no, you're not. You're a human being created in the image of God. You have a lot of worthy potential and a lot of value. And God loves you. That's going to put you up to here again. It's going to reverse humble you. And that's called comfort or motivation, right? So it's like this cross. It's like all the prideful people are up here, all the depressed and all the those people are down here. Then you have the Bible right here. The Bible would theoretically bring everyone together if they just believed what it says. The Bible is the only thing that's that perfect middle ground. It's the perfect horizon for this, right? So now, let me break down some human frequently asked questions and tell you the truth. Okay? Let's say, oh, I'm depressed. No, you're not. I'm sad. No, you're not. I'm old. Maybe, but keep going. I'm the best at this. No, you're not. I'm this. No, you're not. I'm the fastest at this. No, you're not. I have the most of this. No, you don't. But rather, here's what you say instead of those things. I'm feeling depressed, but I'm going to do something about it. I'm feeling sad. I'm going to do something about it. I'm feeling lonely, but I know it's not true loneliness because there's still people around me. That's my favorite one because I struggle with that too, the lonely one. And it's like we all say that, but it's like we all act like we're the only human on earth when we say that. Oh, I'm lonely. It's like you're acting like you're the only person ever on planet Earth. Like, can you stop? Like, there's people all over the place. If you're feeling lonely, do something about it. Go outside, meet people, work a job, go somewhere, right? Why do we just embalm these feelings? Do something about it. Stop residing in it and get out of the cycle. I'm depressed. Do something. Get out. Go for a walk. Eat healthier. Stop eating food that's garbage, like fast food that just ruins your body. Eat better. Go somewhere. Go for a walk. Meet people. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Do something productive, right? You're not going to feel any better watching TV all day. What's that going to do? You're going to feel better after, no, you're going to feel lazy. And then that's going to lead to all those other feelings. Negativity, negative feelings, right? Now here's some actual truth that we all need to know. Let's say I am evil. Yes, we are all evil. I deserve hell. Technically, yes, we do. What? Yes, we technically do, because we're guilty of sin, and the wage of sin is death. Death meaning hell. Because death in this life is not true death. The true death would be going to hell. And it's not death as in you pass away, it's death as in you're not leaving it, you're not coming back. It's permanent. I talked about hell is eternal. If you want to know more about it, there's a video on it. Some guy in the comments said something about it's death and it's whatever. So that means death means it's permanent. You're not getting out. Because the opposite of death is life. So life would be heaven, right? So when we refer to hell as death, that's why. It's not because your body dies and you don't feel anything. No, you're going to be there feeling the fire forever. Literally. They just want, because it doesn't make sense. If I can go in heaven and I can live forever, then why am I not going to be in hell and be dead forever? Dead in the sense of it's permanent. I'm going to be there forever and feel this pain and torment, and weeping and gnashing of teeth. What makes you think it ends? It doesn't. Anyways, are we evil? Yes. Do we need Jesus Christ? Yes, we do. If you keep saying I'm depressed, I'm this, then you need Jesus Christ. If you say that you're the best and you're the smartest, you need Jesus Christ. You need to be humbled. I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that, you need Jesus Christ. I'm evil, I sinned today, I lusted today, you need Jesus Christ. I swore at my mom and made her cry, you need Jesus Christ. I did this, I did that, I need Jesus Christ. I stole from so-and-so the other day, I hope no one knows, hope no one caught me, you need Jesus Christ. Oh, I was in a road rage, stuck my middle finger out the window at this guy, you need Jesus Christ. Oh, I took drugs today, oh, I drank too much, I got hungover and yelled at my wife, you need Jesus Christ. Doesn't matter where you are. It's like a graph. If you're up here, you need to be humbled. If you're down here, you need to be raised up again. The Bible talks about all these things, okay? Was it like a Matthew 11:28 where Jesus says, "Come to me, all who heavily labor and mourn, and I will give you rest." Or what's another one? Oh, Matthew 5:4 is the mourn one. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. And then I think Proverbs is the one that talks about humbling or humility. I don't remember. But, I don't know. That's all I got to say about that. Now, there's an entire other thing about this that I want to talk about in another video because it'll make this one too long. But, in conclusion, stop lying to yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? The other one would be, and I know that this is going to change the entire video for anyone who's watching, but the other one would be, this counts for like gay, lesbian, transgender. This works in that scenario too. Believe it or not, it does work. Okay, I'm going to talk about that more in another video because that's a big topic. It'll be a long video. But, in retrospect, if you're a guy and you dress up as a girl and you walk around saying you're a girl, you're lying to yourself because you know that you're a guy. Biologically you're a man. You cannot change that. God made you that way for an intention and a purpose, and you trying to change that ruins his intention, therefore it's sin or it's evil. But also, not only that, you're lying to yourself. You know darn well when you go into the bathroom, you know you're a man. You're reminded every day of it. You take a shower, you're a man. You go from woman to man because you have to see what you actually are that God created. A dress, a piece of clothing, a little bit of makeup isn't going to change your entire gender. But what they do say, oh, it's my identity. I identify as this. I identify as that. Is that not what I've been talking about? It works the same way. It's the same thing. Before anyone calls me, oh, you're homophobic, I'm just saying, it's psychologically true. When you lie to yourself and you make it appear as truth to yourself, then what ground do you have? That's why I'm talking about the Bible and using the Bible, because the Bible doesn't have an opinion. The Bible is a fact. The Bible says and doesn't have feelings. It's a book. It's not going to say different things depending on how I'm feeling or how it's feeling. Us humans, we're going to say different things at different times. We're not always consistent. We're actually inconsistent. I might say something one day, but then the next day say something completely different. We're inconsistent human beings. Our feelings are inconsistent. We don't feel the same thing all the time, otherwise we'd be robots. That's why I'm saying the Bible is the ground for truth. Because the Bible has that. It's not going to change. The Bible is the same as it was 1,000 years ago as it is today. It's not going to change. The same things, the same words, the same messages throughout the entire thing. You know what I'm saying? That's why we should rely on the Bible for the truth, not ourselves. Because when we follow our ways, we go down the wrong path. Because we don't have direction. We don't have a sense of direction. The Bible is our compass. If you don't have a compass, how do you know where you're going? You don't. But you lie to yourself and say, oh, I know this area very well. No, you don't. All the last people have said that have ended up in hell. So maybe you should be different and say, hey, I feel like I might know my way, but I need to know that I don't. I need to be humble, and I know that I probably don't. You know? Because nowadays, the issue with humanity not following Christ is a prideful, hardened heart issue. If you're someone watching and you don't follow God, chances are it's because you don't feel like you need to. I don't need God. I've been following my entire life by myself. I don't need him. I don't need that guy. Have you always had it all figured out? Have you been happy every single second of your life? No. So you don't know everything. You don't know everything about yourself. You don't know the next thing. You don't know the next step. Jesus does. He sees the past, the future, and the present. And he knows you because God created you. Right? So this whole thing with following God, it always becomes a debate about I don't want to because I don't need to. Or people, when they're in a debate, they just don't want to be wrong because they're prideful and they need to be right. So even if they make themselves look like a fool and you're telling them the truth and they're agreeing with you, but they don't want to show it because they don't want to be humble. They don't want to say, you know what, I might be wrong. How many people don't even say that? How many people can admit that they're wrong? Yeah, you know what, you're right, I'm probably wrong. No, when it comes to God and the Bible, for some reason people will literally, they'll give up their life just to prove their point. Instead of just humbling themselves, saying, you know what, maybe the Bible is right and I never tried that. Because you know what, I was there at one point. And look where it got me, nowhere, until I started following Christ. Until I started believing in the Bible. Then I started to make progress. My entire life was just an idle, rotting car. Never moved, never went anywhere, just sat and parked and was rotting in the rain. It just sitting idle, wasting gas, wasting oil, ruining the engine, right? Just sitting there for so many years. Because I never thought, oh, I don't need God. What's God going to do for me? I always thought God didn't care about me. That was one of my issues. I was like, God doesn't care about me, so why should I care about him? That's what I used to think. I did my entire life, I did that. All those, 16, 17 years till I started following Christ. Never made progress, never was anything. I was the same person, same annoying human being from whatever all the way to that point. Then I started to follow Christ. I said, you know what? Maybe it's time to try something different because this isn't working. My way isn't working. What I thought was right actually wasn't and isn't because it's not working. So I started to follow Christ. And that's when I put the car in drive and started going. Whew! That was a bar right there. So you know what? That car still drives on this road to this day. Is it rusted? Yes. Is it rotting? Yes. Is it low on gas and oil? Yes. But now that I'm driving, I can always get a refill thanks to Jesus Christ. So, in conclusion, stop lying to yourself. Read the Bible. The Bible's got the truth. You don't need to listen to yourself because when you do, you make opinions about yourself that change over time and it's never consistent and you stay in this cycle, in this bubble, and you never change. Right? So follow Jesus Christ. Read the Bible. You're not depressed. You're not lonely. You're not the best at whatever you say you are. You're not the fastest at whatever you think you are. Stop saying that. Say that I'm fast, but not the fastest. I'm kind of good at that, but I'm not the best. Be humble. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. So that's that. If you like this video, then let me know. Feel free to ask me stuff in the comments. If you don't like this video, then dislike it. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, I guess.